c'est l'histoire de cette femme qui me vendait des mensonges par kilo, comme de la viande de bœuf, avec os et sans os. D'ailleurs, plus âgée que moi, je l'aimais quand même, parce qu'elle avait des seins pointus comme des saguets.
This whole deal, this whole thing would have been possible if Jack didn't find it in his, it's not, you know. So let's give him a real Cameroon applause and thank the president, you know, the president said that, I mean, I know the building, but I don't think anybody knows the building more than Jack. And the best way to do this was, Jack, as we always did, we went this way, and then went around, and then we go upstairs. And there are too many rooms. There are too many areas to see. So you guys tell us, what do you want to do? You want to see every single room?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll give you the highlights. We'll give you the highlights.
You know, okay, so.
Well, let me just, and I'm really pleased that the Cameroonian community are going to be a part of Energy Park, because I think you're going to bring new energy to this building, to this whole area, as you have already done in terms of bringing new energy to the Twin Cities and to Minnesota. And so we welcome you. We thank you for your involvement. We thank you for your commitment to go forward. And we, on behalf of Como Clinic Partners, the partners that have owned the building, are really pleased that we have found a user like you guys who can take this on for another 30 or 40 years and make it a wonderful spot. So thank you very much, and I'll be pleased to take you around now and show you some of the details. Spider-Man up the side of the wall there. Don't tell your insurance agent, but nevertheless. So the point is that the building itself is a wood frame building which has these very substantial wood beams and columns, but that makes it very adaptable and very usable. We can tear out these interior walls, and you'll see when you go around there are a lot of interior walls, but these can be opened up and we can develop an area for a gymnasium in the back of the building. And so the result is, I think it is eminently adaptable, eminently usable, and redevelopable by you folks. And part of the trick in the next couple of months is kind of really to work on a program and to think about, okay, now what is it we're going to want and do? And the other opportunity is that you could, in the meantime, rent out part of this space while you're going into it. So the result is it makes for a very exciting space. I did want to pause, unless you've already done it.
Well, yeah, I was going to, the broker, in fact, John, if John didn't believe my story, he wouldn't have told it to Jack. Okay? And then if John was very patient with us, and in fact, when I was done talking to John, John was like, would you like to see the building? I said, hell yeah. He said, I mean, I'll make myself available anytime you guys want to come in. So both these guys have been extremely, extremely flexible, you know, allowing us to, you know. So he's the guy who gave us the first tour, and then came back, and Jack, both of them know this building back and forth. So I just thought it was necessary, and when we told them that we were going to meet with the Cameroon group, and they said, do you want to come? I said, hell yeah.
We'll break this up, and John can take a part, and I can take a part as we get a little crowded as we go through some of the back corridors.
Okay.
Okay.
As you know, this was a medical clinic, and it's been a medical clinic for 30 years, so there are a lot of examining rooms, and after you've seen a few of the examining rooms, you say, done that, seen that, and you've been to examining rooms yourself, and so the result is that there is a lot of that kind of thing. But in addition, we'll walk you around, and you'll get to feel some of how the space works and how adaptable this place could be. So let's take a walk to the right, and we'll go up to the north, and we'll kind of split.
You want to show Jack? I will show John. This group here, let's go with John.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
You want to start the other
Let's
direction?
Okay. Everybody's going to say something, so it doesn't matter.
I didn't hear what Jack, did he describe to you this part of the building?
You got to go ahead.
The building was built in 1900. by the Great Northern Railroad. It was renovated in 1982 and made into a clinic by Jack Heschler and his partners. Now, in 1982, this building was just a wide open barn. What they used to do in here is they would paint railroad cars. And there was tracks that would come right into the building and go right out the other side into the next building. And so everywhere you see the windows or the doors is where the tracks ran. So this is what we had. This very high atrium here was restored in 1982. It was like that in 1900. And you can see all the wood that is makes up the beams that hold up the building. They were all grown in the northwest of this country, and who owned all the lumber out west. That's where the lumber came from. We can go through the building. You can see there are a lot of little exam rooms, and every room has a sink. So there's lots of sinks, lots of bathrooms, because it was a clinic. So probably what you're going to have to do with the building is to take some of those rooms out, take some of the plumbing out, save some of it, and redesign it to how you want to use it. Steve?
And when you guys, as we're walking through, you guys, when you see the buildings, you see all these columns, everybody does know that the columns, you can't take them apart, okay? Columns stay, okay? The walls can go, okay? The columns and all these trusses, they are all structure, for structure. So those we cannot take apart. But the walls.
The atrium, they call it.
You have 2 passenger elevators here, and you have 1 freight elevator at the other end of the building. So there are 3 elevators. 3 sets of stairs. That corner, that corner, that corner.
Agent. Hey man, no go inside the bedroom.
You don't want to go in there. Yeah, you get stuck, you can't get out.
Wow. That'd be the view. I'm telling you. That means I'll calculate what you would do there. I know. Me too.
What's about women over there? Where's the access to the parking lot?
Well, on the first floor.
I know. I just want to know.
No, it's just exploring more.
I think it's John the state. Okay, I'll come. I mean, you guys can look out here. You see they have some areas for all these benches. You know, during picnic, the person who owns the rest of this building here is Wellington. You know, and then they can allow us to be able to use these spaces, like, you know, during the summer. You know, sit down and
barbecue. And
well, your imagination as well, but all that is negotiable. So we are going to sit down and talk to Wellington and see what kind of shared services are there. Okay. I don't know if you guys can, all the way back there, the trolley that they talked about, the green thing there, that's the trolley. That is what has the generator. That can kick in if we lose power. That we're talking about. That's it over there. Okay, there's a trolley there, okay? In that trolley, there's a backup generator, okay, to kick in if the one in there doesn't work. As we said, nobody has laid total claim of that generator. Okay, so you know, we are by default we are going to be the rightful owners, and then they have to prove us differently. Somebody want to tell me differently how they own it, and show me the papers.
We don't come.
But I think that was donated. I will find out. Jack can answer that when we get back. He has a little bit history on that. Okay. So let's. I think people are getting cold.
I have a question.
Yes,
are you saying that we don't have any plot behind here?
Boundary stops. Okay, Wellington Development Corporation. Okay, they own. They develop this. Okay, so most of the shared services that they have, small families, okay, on you know. What we can do. And even some of the people are also going to talk to them. Okay. You know, because as you could see, this building doesn't have parking. Aspen used to rent out parking from Wellington. Okay? So we're in negotiation with them on that. We're going to talk to them on that. All right.
Thanks. We can go around the atrium.
Yeah. Okay. You guys still start going that way.
Just straight.
Straight.
Make sure you don't get lost in the building.
We'll find you.
But it's warm.